We had fun.
Who was the biggest handful?
Who was the biggest handful?
I think I know the answer. Tommy?
Tom was a tough kid.
His brain was always going a mile a minute, huh?
Yeah.
He always had some little...
He had a scheme all the time.
And he still does.
Ways to make money.
Oh, yeah.
He loved money.
You could tell he was going to be rich.
Yeah.
When he was 8 years old.
He was just loved money. Remember, he had the sign on his door, and he loaned money to you guys. And
the bread man.
He made sure he got interest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't very old to be thinking of getting
Tommy
interest.
was a fellow across the street.
Yeah,
The family
Harry.
were very wealthy.
Harry.
The woman was a DuPont,
Mm.
and the husband was, I think he was president of Mass Electric at one time, and
The Colemans.
they used to give Tommy $50 for every bag of leaves, and the bag was a little paper bag, and Tommy would go over there for about half an hour and earn $50.
That's great.
And,
Leave it to Tom, huh?
Yeah.
Tom ran ads in the paper. I remember we even got a call once by the paper said, "Who's you know your son does this?" And we said, "Yeah, he put ads in the paper."
Did
Tom,
you tell him what the ad said? I forget.
Borrow $10,000 or $10 million from Tom the bread man or something like that.
Yeah, what was it? Down in the dough?
If you're down in the dough,
No.
see Tom the bread man.
And how old was he then?
Probably about 15 or
No, he wasn't that old.
Not that
He was-
old. Okay. 11? I don't know.
He was always getting the finances.
Yeah. But he got interest out of you kids all the time. Even when we used to buy the tonic for you kids, you know, you'd get in and you'd get so many cans each. And Tommy would keep he'd keep them all down in the refrigerator down. You guys would drink yours all up. Then he'd charge it. You had to pay if you wanted one of his.
So, what about, let's go through all the kids. We can start with Eddie. You say something about it. What was Eddie like as a kid?
Ed was,
He's always sports-minded.
yeah, he was really into that right away, yeah. They had that tether ball in the yard, all that stuff. You guys were just like thrilled when we moved there because of the park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When we had the playground, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, Eddie liked all the sports. He was good at them all, too, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
And you guys were really good in school. I mean,
they were very lucky.
Yeah.
You were good students. You did real well.
What about Jack?
Jack was...
I never worried about Jack.
But Jack hated school. Always hated school.
Yeah.
See, even when he went to kindergarten, he didn't like it. I want to be home. I want to play.
He had the best personality of everybody, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Well...
I mean, just he was always happy,
I
though.
don't know anyone that didn't like Jack.
Yeah.
Well, all our kids were well like that.
Well, yeah,
But Jackie was always happy.
Jack
Yeah. And how about your little baby daughter that you wanted so desperately?
She was fine. She was an adorable little girl.
How old were you when you had
Gymnastics.
Christine?
Christine. Let's see. See, Christine's 40. She turned 40 her last birthday.
Yeah, so you were 38?
Whoops.
You were about 38 when you had her.
Yeah.
You were just going to keep trying till you had a baby girl, or
Was I what?
just going to keep trying till you had a baby girl?
Oh, no. I just never stopped anything. I guess my body just stopped.
So, how about, what role did the St. Francis Xavier play in your life in Weymouth?
Big
the
row.
church.
Big row.
And what do you think that was?
I was in the ladies' fidelity. That's how they used to go on trips with the ladies in buses. Those were all nice things. Nice people, too.
And what was the church important to you?
Well, it has always been in my life. My father instilled that into us.
And how about you, Dad? You were all communicants at Sacred Heart Church in North Quincy, right?
No, just...
You weren't in Sacred Heart?
yeah, I was.
He was, but he wasn't. They didn't...
I had to...
they didn't
when
go
I got
to church.
married, I had to
His
get
family
baptized.
didn't go to church like mine did.
Yeah. And what do you think that is? Cultural?
I didn't marry. I didn't get... I remember I had to...
You had to walk over there. You would get
I had to
confirmed.
get confirmed
When
and
we were
everything.
getting
I
married,
never was
the priest
confirmed.
said you got to get confirmed.
My dad never was much...
Oh, I know you got baptized. You walked over, and then you had to go into Boston to Cardinal Cushing thing to get when you had your confirmation.
And your father was a big gardener, right?
Father always had a garden.
And he made his own wine?
Made his own wine all the time.
Did he actually...
Time he even made it, showed me how they made it. He bought these big cocoa bean bags and we actually stomped the wine. We actually used boots. He made a big box with a cement bottom, and one of us would twist the bag and the other one would jump in the grapes.
And he grew his own grapes?
No.
Sometimes, right?
No.
He had a big grapevine at the house?
No.
Not special ones, for the kind that he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
He made nice wine.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Tell me a little bit about the big dinners we used to have at Vanjie's and Terry's,
Oh,
because those were unbelievable.
I think that's probably traditional with most Italian families.
Vanjie was a really good cook.
What's tell me some of the courses. How would it start out?
Well, because Peggy was Irish, was every holiday, instead of having just Italian food, they'd always cook a turkey and would have things that they thought were more Americanized or more Irish food than Italian. So we had and when we went to Peter and my cousins, they'd cook something that was really traditional.
They had a great big Italian meal, but then they cooked a turkey too,
Yeah.
as I came. That was very sweet.
So what's some of the other food you would have at those big meals?
Oh, eggplant, all different kinds of salads, because I remember some of my cousins liked escarole, and they'd have plain lettuce, plenty to drink, all the different anisettes, all the different cordials. My father used to make a lot of cordials. It was tradition. You sit down at a table and meals lasted for a long time. Usually the women were waiting on the men, and
That never ended.
Still going on. And what about the soups were unbelievable. The one with the chicken soup with the...
Yeah.
And what would they put in those? We
used to make these little, like a crouton that would go in the soup. There was one that was made of breadcrumbs and cheese and eggs, and parsley, and garlic, and so forth. And you'd fry them. They looked like a hot dog. You'd brown them and so forth, and then you cut them up and you put them in the soup like little.
Oh yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, they were really good.
And nice desserts all the time.
Absolutely.
I remember those Italian candies with the almonds.
We had irons that made, that was the thing we had, pizzeria irons. We had about 3 sets of irons.
I have one now. I make them.
Pizzazz?
Yeah, but you don't have the iron, the regular iron.
No, but I have
We
that
gave,
thing.
didn't we give Rocky one of those irons?
Yeah, with the DV on it.
Yeah, does Rocky still have that iron?
I don't know. He might. He probably does.
Yeah, he has a regular iron to make pizzelles.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
But I had bought a little machine to make them.
But I
They
think
really
the one I
came
gave
out
Rocky has RDV.
RDV.
Yeah.
That's why we gave it to Rocky.
Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
It's RDV.
So, Dad, you were quite a cook yourself. Did you have to teach?
No, I didn't cook much then.
Yeah,
But you
were
ended up
great.
cooking a lot.
You
Oh,
were a great
I-
cook.
All the stuff you made.
No,
On
really?
Thanksgiving and everything. You
No,
did
come
great.
on.
But the Christmas stuff,
Yeah.
I wasn't
unbelievable.
home. Of course, I come home.
Well, you
No,
were
but the
there
stuff for the
around
Christmas,
holidays.
for the holidays, you did
Yeah,
the big
well,
ones.
I was lucky. I'd come home. I'd bring people home from work. Once I brought a fellow home, spend the holidays with us. He was bilingual. He's a fellow by the name of Myron Beatens. He could speak about
That's
4
when
or
we
5
still lived
languages.
in North Quincy.
Still lived in North Quincy. I brought him home for the holidays.
But he enjoyed
He
it.
was from
He
Yugoslavia.
liked that. He loved getting up in the next day and seeing you kids. It would be just you and Eddie then. If
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't off of town.
But what about those big feasts you used to have on Christmas Eve? What's some of the menu items for those ones?
We'd had the house full, and then you kids used to say, "Would you make them go so Santa Claus can come?"
I think I did that. We never did that too much as a kid. I don't remember.
No, but in Weymouth, what's some of the items that you'd have that night?
Oh, we had all sorts of food. I forget.
A lot of different kinds of fish because we weren't supposed to eat meat.
Calamari, haddock, and shrimp.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, you made that wonderful
Casserole.
casserole with all fishes and things.
Yeah.
It was great.
Those were good parties, huh?
Oh, they were great parties.
Yeah.
But you kids then, I said finally, get them out of here. These kids want to go to bed. Santa Claus won't come while they're up.
Well, in later years, we got to enjoy that. Once we knew that there was no Santa Claus.
I remember the time you came home from Dolly and Paul Lawrence were there. You and Eddie came into the room and boy, one of you had a cut lip, the other one had a black
You
eye.
two had gone into Boston and
Boston.
you got in a fight or something.
That was before Thanksgiving.
What
Yeah,
was
that's right.
Yeah.
it? Was Thanksgiving?
What happened was I got in a fight in the Boston club, and the cop tried to throw me out, and I tore his uniform, so all the bouncers started beating me up, and Eddie jumped in to help me.
We were both a mess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they beat us up pretty good. They were all football players from BU. I think I ate, the next day I was drinking mashed potatoes through a straw.
Dolly, when she came in, we had asked them to come for dinner. And she said, "Oh my God, oh, look at what happened to these poor kids."
So would you say were your best friends in Weymouth, or some of the best friends?
At the time,
All the way through, yeah.
McIntyre and his
And
wife.
Ruthie.
Ruth, yeah.
Boy,
Who else? We had good neighbors at Jacazzi's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Willie and Kathy.
yeah.
They were great.
They were quite a bit younger, right?
Yeah,
Oh yes.
yeah. They were. They loved you kids.
Yeah. And Paul and Dolly.
Paul Leary was one of my best friends. One of my first friends. He's the one who told me be careful what I said in South Weymouth. He said because we're all related. I'll never forget that. Paul's dead now. He just died.
Did you
Yeah.
know that? Paul
Oh, yeah.
Leary?
Yeah, well, I correspond with Barbara Scannell once in a while.
That's
So
right.
yeah. But so what were the best times in, like, at the house, sitting around the kitchen table with friends?
Oh yeah, everybody sat around the kitchen table.
That was kind of the entertainment center.
Yeah, and Mary and Joe.
Oh yeah.
They were always there.
I could never sleep when Mary and Joe were there because Mary laughed so loudly. That was always, you guys had a great time.
Mary was my best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the best part of, what's the best part of getting old?
Not much.
Not much is right.
How about some good things though?
Oh well, the good things are, you know, what is it
I don't know, it was good getting
Well, it was
old.
good we took some trips.
Yeah.
That was nice, real nice.
How about family-wise?
Oh, seeing the family grow is nice. And
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Seeing grandkids?
Oh, yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah. I remember when Jewel was sick, that Dad said to me, I thought we always got lucky. We didn't have to deal with this, and now, as grandparents, we have to deal with it. But so it's not being a grandparent. You don't get relieved of that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that was, we got blessed with Jules' recovery.
Yeah. Yeah. She's special. They're all
I
special.
bought her that big hat because I didn't want her head to get.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's the worst part of getting older? Just your body's not working as good, or?
Yeah.
Can't do things.
You get disappointed in what you're trying to do sometimes. You get frustrated. And of course we live now with all our friends are acting the same way.
Oh yeah.
And most of them are getting relieved. Most of our friends are dying now.
Is that hard to see, or is just you just accept it as part of life?
It's hard.
Oh yeah.
There's very few friends left then. Original friends now when they...
Yeah, I missed Mary so much when she died. She was my best friend.
What year did she die? Do you remember?
What year?
Yeah, or about when?
She was down to Disney World when she died.
About how long ago was that? Like 15 years ago, or that long ago?
Maybe longer than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were at Disney World and they were in the, well, she'd had a lung operation because she was a heavy, heavy smoker. And they took out the whole lung.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
The other lung had collapsed
Yeah,
before.
other lung collapsed in the parking lot in Disney World. And it happened once and they got her to the hospital, but she got
Oh yeah.
Then life went on. Joe remarried.
Judith married a woman that was a little different than all the rest of us.
Yeah.
It was hard to accept her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was hard for her to accept us.
Yeah. That's kind of natural, I think. So, looking back on your long and fruitful lives, what was the best advice you could give somebody? Take a second to think if you want. One pithy word of advice for people.
Try and stay healthy.
Stay healthy and enjoy yourself as much as you can.
Yeah.
Enjoy your children so much and your grandchildren. That's the rewards.
Yeah.
You and I have been lucky. We've been together a long time.
Yeah.
59 years.
59 years together. Wow. You're a saint, Mom. You gotta be a saint.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
just
different
called
now.
St. Margaret's.
It's different now.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much for your time,
Thank you, Paul.
and I love you both so much.
We love you so much, Paul. You're such a good guy.
Oh, sometimes.
You are.
Thank you.
What?
It's so
Thank you.
enjoyable.